All right. Again, I'm doing this early in the rising because I feel like it's the best time to get it done. So I'm going to tap right in. I want to first say thank you to everyone that taps into the channel. Ooh, I don't even have my microphone on. Hold on. Let me get my audio together. Ooh. I'm getting used to these new additions. Oh, okay, that should have changed the audio. I see the green light is on, so I trust that you guys can hear me. All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so I want to thank everyone who subscribes to the channels, continuously supports me. Angels, ancestors, divine beings of the highest white light. Y'all are dope. I love y'all. All praises due to y'all and everyone else that collective brings my way and that supports me and keeps me safe. I really do appreciate you guys from the bottom of my soul, like from my head on down to my soles of my feet, like child, the whole thing. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for continuously being here. Y'all are amazing. Okay, let's get straight into it. So today is day 113, I believe. And I didn't really give it a title today because I had a very heart-wrenching dream actually last night, and it's making me make decisions to like really, it's skewing my direction in life. But let's see what the word of the day says before I say that. Today is the 23rd, I believe. It says a useful vessel. So whoever cleanses himself from what is ignoble and unclean, who separates himself from contact with contaminating and corrupting influences, will then himself be a vessel set apart and useful for honorable and noble purposes, consecrated and profitable to the master, fit and ready for any good work. 2 Timothy 2:21. The Bible refers to us as earthen vessels. We are made of clay. God formed Adam out of the dirt. See Genesis 2:7. And King David said, "Remember, Lord, that I am but dust." See Psalm 103:14. When we fill ourselves with God's word, we become containers of his blessing, ready to be poured out for his use. God can even use cracked pots. We are all valuable to the Lord. We can offer his truth to people everywhere we go. Read God's word before you go about your routine today, and see how many people you can bless with the truth of his love. So to me, what's up, love? To me, that message screams out big as God said. He can even use crack pots. A lot of us, we all want to have a perfect life in front of everyone. Like we want everything to look picture perfect. We got the Benz, we got the house, we got the status, we got the friends, we got the car, we got the drip, whatever it is you got, we got it. Ooh, we've got it. Hot, hot. Yes, we've got it. Hot, hot, hot chocolate. Okay. Everybody wants to have what it is that they want to have. Keep in mind, you guys. What's up, you guys? Thank you for the wisdom. No problem. Keep in mind, God, I looked at it like this. If I'm a pot, right? Sorry, guys. I got a lot of energies trying to get in here. Um, if I'm a crack pot, if Sierra Monet Roberts, Euphoria, 9 A's, 1 underscore on all platforms, is a crack pot, and you take that crack pot, right? and you put a light bulb under it, the light can shine out of the cracked pot. But say you take a regular perfect bowl, you put a light bulb under it, it's going to completely be dark because all the light's going to be inside. Until you crack open, you're not going to be able to shine any of your light out of you. Light is your wisdom, your ability to shine light even in the darkest of times. Things have to happen to you for you to be able to shine light, because you don't even understand what light is until you've experienced darkness. Does that make sense to everyone in the classroom today? So for me, I had a controversial dream. I don't really want to speak too much on it because I don't like speaking things into existence, even though I know that that's my subconscious and that's my childhood speaking. But essentially, based on the spiritual journey that I've been on, I know how spirituality works. Like, basically, when you have a near death experience, whoever you're around becomes the pretty much the owner or the person who you kind of owe your life to, because they kind of saved you from death, essentially. Because had nobody else been there, you would have just fell and your spirit would have just floated it. No one would have thought about you when it happened. So you would have just, it's a crazy concept, but stick with me. This is what I've studied. This is what I've learned. That's why the energy right now is trying to really jump in here. It's like, oh my God. Ooh, look, right? The lights go out if no one's there to help you, right? So in my dream, I'm going to briefly go over it. Basically, I was at my old childhood home and there was a storm coming. And my mom was getting really anxious and she was having anxiety. She's having issues breathing. So I started breathing for her and it started being heavy. I had to start taking longer breaths, you know, trying to hurry it, carry her on my back. And I'm turning off the lights. I'm like, we got to turn off the lights in order for the power to go out when the storm comes. Next thing you know, my sister's asking for the keys, my keys. So I'm like, I'm about to just leave the house at this point. Like, I'm going to go into the storm and just figure out what's out there. Y'all are scared. I'm going to figure it out. My sister asked for my keys before I go, and I give her a blue and a purple key. That to me speaks on me being the owner of the, when it comes to the body of the family. Now that I'm understanding it, the voice, the throat chakra, and either the third eye or the crown chakra. But based on my gifts, I would say the third eye, but or maybe all of that, because indigo, purple, the keys were blue and purple, essentially, right? And she was so happy to get the keys. She didn't know what to do with her. She's like all excited. I'm just like, then my brother, he pops up. Now, I remember when they were kids, she had told him to stick a bobby pin inside of the wall. She told him to stick a bobby pin in the wall. And the electricity in the whole entire house that I'm speaking of went out. His body somehow was able to hold all those volts of electricity and not need to go to the hospital or anything that day. I was there. I saw it all happen. I presume I'm the one that helped catch him. We were all November babies, have you mind? So I gave her my keys and I see my brother at the table. And then my mom, she just randomly says to my brother, "You know what's next, right? Death." And she starts laughing at him. And then he like starts shaking. That shaking feeling that a lot of people get when you have that anxiety, that breakdown, that he's shaking real bad. And it's because I've been through it. I know about it. I go over to him, I start massaging his shoulders. And at this time in the dream, he's a baby. Well, he's the age that he was when this happened. So I go and I start massaging his shoulders. And I notice he has a crick in his back, same crick that I have in my back right now. I'm massaging it out, and I'm like, it's a songbird singing. I've been hearing a lot of songbirds lately. I know why the cage bird sings. So I'm sitting there massaging this crick out of his back, and he looks back and he's like, "Thank you." He's like, "Can you just stay long and just make some golden eggs, please, please?" I said, "Baby, I wish I could stay, but I gotta go." I don't know if y'all can hear that bird singing. Let me turn off the AC. Can y'all hear the bird? Let me take the microphone outside the car, see if I can hear it. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it's like a songbird. And it's so funny because I recently started singing more. But it's like I got a choice now between cleaning my vessel of all of those. Sorry, I got a choice of cleaning my vessel of all of those attachments, all of those things that I know, because I know whose soul I'm holding on to, or who, I'm helping, assisting, and giving this thing called life to. And essentially, I guess when I gave those keys to my sister, that's when she was birthed. Well, that's when she was able to finally have her daughter, because she was born a preemie. And my mom just took me to go see her when she was inside of the womb, or when she was in her incubator. And it's like after I went to go see her, she finally was able to come home. It's like they were using my energy to help nourish this child to life. Pretty much my energy went into all my siblings because I'm the firstborn. So you know how the firstborn child, the mother's soul goes into the baby, and the baby's soul goes into the mother. And pretty much your energy now is your mother's, and she used my energy to pretty much birth all these children. But my sister, she's born 1 pound 3 ounces, and she almost did make it home. But I went to go see her, and she finally was able to come home. To know that I've been a healer since I was born, it's humbling. It is. To know that these people have so many attachments, and I'm holding on to all of them, like to the point where I had a friend even tell me, he's like, yo, I don't know what you had on you since, like, even back in high school. What, you like pray to the devil or something? Like, what kind of shit you always had on you? You was always so scary because, like, you just had so much shit on you. Not realizing it was all of my family's weight, their problems, because I'm holding on to all their spirits within my vessel. I've been a matriarch since I was a kid, but never given the opportunity to step into the position. So when I finally gave these keys to my sister, she actually she was pregnant with her daughter, and her daughter stopped growing in the womb. The baby stopped growing, like, completely, like just stopped growing. There was like not a lot of there was no movement. There was stuff that was just going on where she was just like not. One day, me and my son watched the movie and I cried. My sister naturally went into labor that day. She was never supposed to go into labor. They were trying to give her a C-section from Jump Street, and they were going to schedule it. And she had a scheduled C-section in the next few weeks just to make sure the baby would stay vital or viable. To know that my sister asked me to hand her over the keys in the dream. My brother asked me to sign a check in a dream. And my son said if they ever took over the ship, the whole entire family ship would be sure to sink. So to know that my son has my gifts too, and as soon as I tried to move away from my family, they took custody of him. It really lets you know how serious spiritual awareness is these days. People don't take spirituality seriously. They think spirituality is a game. They think it's a joke. They think it's something to just be played with. They think it's just a video game that you're playing against other people. It's like, no, your livelihood can be completely re-altered and rehabilitated and taken off course just based on you trusting the wrong person. And those people can be your family. My brother asked me to move out of my apartment that I had for free. I literally had a free apartment because there was mold in my apartment. And I dealt with a few annoying neighbors, but I had a free apartment legally. My brother, my sister, my brother. And then my other sister, I went to New Orleans for her graduation. And she's dancing. And she just kept saying, give me that shit. And I just kept feeling all this sexual energy pull out of me. And she's like, "So what's up? Yeah, we the big steppers, all the big steppers." And I'm like, then I realized my family has been slowly but surely, as time has been going on, taking all of my spiritual fortitude and strength away from me for themselves. I just heard somebody say, right? I can hear. I'm clairaudient enough to hear. Even hiring exes of mine to come into my energy to assist them in taking my spiritual gifts and spiritual abilities and blessings. Even to the point my own grandmother said, Sierra, I can't give my life for you. Basically saying, I'm old as shit, but I'd rather you die than me. Then it became clear as to how all these people started having money and status. So when people try to look at me like I'm a criminal or I'm cruel or look at my homelessness as something like that's what you get because you didn't want to work with them, well, there was really never an ability to work with them. Then their intentions from Jump Street was to take. I'm not going to do the full read today. I'm just going to do the Kipper today because I'm feeling all these energies coming back into my space because I'm speaking on them. So that is my fault, but it was necessary for the video. And I apologize to anyone in the collective that feels the heaviness. So actual money's supposed to be coming your way. Your inheritance. Yep, my inheritance money has been stolen plenty of times. I got grandmothers that left me spiritual gifts, real money, gone. This hello keeps coming back. So this guy named Tina keeps talking about some $50 million we're gonna get if we just stand up for the coalition for all the homeless people. I haven't heard whether they're getting awarded the $50 million or not. Divinity is something that people can't stand about you. You're very unbothered at this time, despite all the spiritual warfare. You're traveling somewhere and they're doing rituals. Every full moon, I keep having dreams about what's going to happen during the full moon. Nice guy at the bottom of the deck. Every full moon, I have dreams about what's going to happen on the next full moon. So I already knew, like, I was supposed to. This full moon, I had a dream that, like, my face ended up, like, my actual face was on the moon. And then it turned into a projector screen inside of somebody's party at a college. And right now, we're healing a lot of emotional pain, right? And basically, I was, because you're going to be single, sexy, and successful, and they don't like that. Because you're upright, north node, you're in the upright. Oh, me, I'm in the upright. We're in the upright. Because, I know that y'all are here because y'all stories relate to my story to some degree. That's why we get connected. But essentially, I was supposed to become some kind of, like, I was supposed to go up. Like, so with my face being on the moon in this dream, and it turned into the projector screen, basically, like, you have the ability to be famous for whatever and go up and enjoy your best life before you go. Because everybody else is taking your time to enjoy their best life. And you've been holding on to everybody else. So now it's like nobody wants to allow you to finally do your big one. Like everybody can, like, I've had so many friends, even the guy who I met yesterday. This ring I lost in a car with him. I found it the day I blocked him. He even told me, when I met you, if it wasn't for you taking me to this place and this place, I would have met the guy who I looked up to my whole entire life and got to meet him and live with him for a whole year and ooh, and then he came back after a year living with him and called me again and just started like going on my shit. Like would reel me in and say, "Oh yeah, I like you," but then like start going on me, like emotionally manipulated me, the veil, because the veil got lifted, right? And he would just shit on me. And yesterday was the anniversary of when I met him for the first time. And I was like, I kind of started feeling some kind of way about it. Like, oh, but you ever close your eyes while having sex with somebody and seeing the devil? That was some scary shit. That could have been my mental projection, but I don't know. I think I have a gift, right? And it leaves a lot of people concerned because I can see what people can't see. Because this person, and a lot of people who are famous, they're looked up to by lots of people, and they say that they're not in that shit, but they're part of that shit, whether they want to admit to it or not. Like if you were any type of famous, you have to be open in so many different ways. They're doing voodoo. They're relaying false narratives. They swearing up and down because they know that you're a star seed. They know the difference between a star seed while they're in prison. So like I got my baby father, he's in prison because he randomly got rich out of nowhere. He came home from jail, got rich out of nowhere, and was stunting on me. Spending big money. Got him another girlfriend. Started buying her shit, buying her designer clothes. Wasn't doing shit for me and my son. He might have bought us a pair of shoes. No, bought my son a pair of shoes. He bought me a pair of shoes on my birthday. He did. And he bought my son a pair of shoes, and I held something told me to hold on to that gift until Christmas. So I didn't give those shoes to my son until Christmas. So look at that. Okay. And if that ain't a sign right there, when it all falls down, I'm telling you all, it all falls down, okay? People be trying to do all of this percolating and gyrating and stunting on each other, and I don't fuck with you over money and stuff. Then when it come down to it, it's like that shit don't stick. Show the box. The box for the deck. There you go. So it just, for me, I can't even hold this thing up no more because the thing won't even stick back to the thing no more. See? So as many times as people try to make it like celebrity life and fame don't come with a lot of fucked up shit, or becoming rich in general don't come with a lot of, like, this shit don't even stick to the damn window no more. That's crazy. Don't play with me, sir. I'm really not, like, you're being weird, bro. You're being weird. It be dudes like you be why people don't want to be famous, don't want to do nothing, because y'all just be so fucking perverted and trifling. I'm about to block you off my channel for good because you always come on here with that fucking bullshit. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and do that right now. How do I make sure I report your ass and get you removed? Okay, let's see. I removed a comment. How do I delete the person? Put user in timeout forever. Because, like, that's what people be thinking going viral is about, or being famous is about. It's about sex. It's about you got to do it this way. And it's like, no, you don't even have to do it that way. Like, not at all. Like, there's no reason that you have to. I don't know why people think that you got to do that. Like, you can have an impact on people without doing that by far. It's not about that. It's about the eyes all linking up. It's like I'm looking at all y'all in a room. There's 13 of us in here. I'm looking at y'all. I'm looking at y'all. You can put your hands over your sacral chakra and just breathe through the top of your heads. Like, bring the energy down, let it go down your spine, and then let it go back up. Like, why do people make it so sexual? Rich girl energy. Because people be trying to do manipulation. So I say this to y'all, like, people be thinking that fame and fortune and shit is like where it's at. And it's like, no, they will over sexualize you, have you up there fucking the whole world. And then you trying to, look, then when this happened, nobody cares. All right, thank you for your services. But thankfully, I'm a high priestess. So, I was marked with this little eyeball on my forehead since birth. So I was seeing all this shit since I was a young person. Like my mom told me when I was a baby, I used to be in the back room. I go to sleep. As soon as she laid me down, I would get up screaming like, the lady, the lady, the lady. Like there was some. I've been seeing spirits since I was a child. Like I've been seeing spirits my entire life. I've been seeing spirits my entire life. My entire life. Appreciate you, Jay. This is nothing new. That's something I've been doing since I was a kid. So now everybody has this expectation of, okay, now it's time for you to like stop doing your life and give to us. But it's like, I've been doing that my whole life. My entire life, I've been giving to every single person around me. That's what happens with the healer. The healer finally gets spiritually awoke and nobody wants to take accountability for the trifling shit they've been doing to the healer. Because now you're caught. It's not what it's all about. Y'all need to get your minds out of y'all's private parts because that's abuse. That's sexual abuse. Aziz Gringo. No, everybody has spiritual gifts. You just might not have been aware of yours. But your ability to have sex with somebody or be in someone's womb space at an early age, your ability to do that at an early age and very young, that's a gift. Tantra is a gift. It's spirituality. It's a gift. We all have spirits. Like, for you to say a witch, but do you not have a soul? Does your soul not have function? Like, do you not know that your soul can function and do things? Do you not know that your soul has the ability to do things? Nah, I'm a Muslim. My baby father's a Muslim, and I study Islam. And my baby father is Muslim, and his spirit can come into my house, and I can see his spirit. So that's bullshit. Whatever religion y'all keep realize, like y'all forget that religion is this small. It's a box that you get in because you get scared. That's why they say if you're scared, go to church. Religion is this small. Spirituality is this big. But then cosmic understanding and knowledge of the fact that we're all energy, like we're all on a fucking planet that's floating in the middle of nowhere, attached to 7 or 8 other planets. What the fuck are you talking about, you Muslim? You are a modicum small particle on a rock that is floating in space around other rocks with a bunch of other human beings that also float on the same exact rock as you. Some people don't need to eat. See, Muslims, no disrespect to Muslims. Ramadan is cool. Y'all do fast, but to fast all day and then eat a big old meal at the end of the night before you go to bed so your stomach get heavy so you don't even get that chance to even go into the ether at night because you just made your spirit too heavy to even travel. That's not the same as I'm not going to eat for 21 days, 40 days, 40 nights, or I'm not going to eat for 7 days because I fasted for 7 days and I got the ability to astral project into space. See my hands and look at my hands and saw stars. Like my hands I was looking at and it was all stars. And I looked down at Earth and I saw Earth and I was like, oh my God, that's what Earth looks like from in space? What the fuck? And then as soon as I said that, like I was like, oh my God, my son. And I dropped back down to Earth and I became a fitness trainer. That's not being a witch. That's understanding that you're more than just this body. This flesh suit that you have, your consciousness, the energy that you are. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred. So your energy, like I said, when I cried, my sister went into natural labor. She was not supposed to go into labor with that baby for another week. And they was going to give her emergency C-section because the baby was not growing. I cried and the baby got life. And now I went to my sister's graduation down in NOLA. And we're on a plane and my body just keeps going limp out of nowhere. And I'm like, why is my body going limp? What the hell? Oh my God. Oh my God. Like my body was literally going limp. Have you mind? My sister calls us when we get off the plane. She said, the baby was going limp. I don't know. I had to take her to the hospital. So basically me crying for this child gave her life to the point where now me and the baby are going through the exact same things at the same time. So basically my spirit, when I finally do die, is going to completely go to her. So that's why when in the dream last night, I gave my sister the purple and blue keys. She don't realize her daughter's going to have spiritual gifts and she don't even want her daughter to have those gifts. I tried to practice those gifts with the daughter. The daughter was looking at the energy floating around. I was like, oh, you can see it too. And she's like, the baby was like looking like, so I could see that she saw the energies floating around my head. Like I could see energy, but her mom trying to block it. Like, no, you're messing up the settings. So she wants her baby to be all culturally appropriated, using her vagina to communicate with everybody instead of her third eye. Not realizing your daughter's a whole high priestess, but she don't want her daughter to see through her bullshit, just like my mom didn't want me to see through her bullshit. You understand? So it's not about being Muslim or a witch. It's about understanding you have gifts. Whether you and your family have gone past religion's barrier to step, because I was raised as a Catholic. Baby, I know what Muslims do. My son's father's been a Muslim for the last, since my son was 6 months old. My son's 12. I know what Muslims do. My uncle's Muslim. He literally lives in Kuwait with his Ethiopian wife, and they have all their children. I know what Muslims do. My point again is this: your religion is your bubble to keep you safe, because spirituality is deep. And when you go past spirituality, you get into cosmic understanding of energy, and you'll realize that you are not just this body. You are in fact made of stardust, from ashes to ashes, dust to dust. All religions say the same thing. All religions lead to the same place: energy. Just because, what you think, because you Muslim, you're not going to go to the same place as everybody else that passes away? Oh, Muslims only go to this heaven, and then Christians go to that heaven, and then Catholics go to that heaven, and Baptists go to that heaven, and Buddhists go to that nirvana. It's where everyone's going to the same place, baby. My son's father's African. I'm not disrespecting your religion. I'm just getting you to open up your eyes and realize there's more than just your religion out here. So to try to tell me that I'm a witch and come off like that, that was bad. That wasn't nice or humble. What you just said out your mouth is pretty much a whole entire contradiction to what you stand for religiously. To even come on my page and call me a witch. Which is something that you don't understand. Because which is which? That was disrespectful. You came here to disrespect me instead of open your ears and understand. But I appreciate your question. But to ask if I'm a witch, every single woman is a witch if that's the case, because the fact that we allow y'all men to have access to our wombs and to our sacred energy, it gives you life. So every woman is a witch, even your wife, even your mom, even yours. Everyone's a witch if that's the case. No, look, witch, because what is a witch? It's a woman that creates energy and knows that her energy controls the air, the fire, the wind, everything. But to try to come here and tell me like, whoa, you're a witch, is like, whoa, that's rude. That's not asking. Like, so are you a witch? More, or you could have said, so explain your spiritual belief system to me. That would have been a more appropriate question to ask. Explain your spiritual understanding to me, or your spiritual denomination to me. And I was raised as a Catholic. I studied all religions in my past. I've studied Buddhism, Islam. I've studied Judaism. I've studied every single religion because I've lived in the households of all these people, because I used to nanny all their children. So I have a very vast understanding of every single religious construct that exists out here. And what I understand is religion is this small, spirituality is this big, and then cosmic understanding of energy is this big. But a lot of people can't handle it when you get this big, because it's like, oh my God, death. Oh my God, energy. So I need other energy around me. So then you start realizing people are like, when you start feeling certain things, you're like, oh, so when I drive out the house and this person swings this thing at me, it's because they're trying to siphon my energy. Oh, so every single woman is a walking freaking hurricane. Their womb is spinning at the speed of light to pretty much hold us in time right here. Their wombs are the ones doing this magic. They're doing magic, keeping me here, keeping me alive. The fact that I breathe, like in the dream that I had last night, my mom went through her spiritual transition and I had to start helping her breathe. My brother went through his spiritual transition. I had to start helping him breathe. My sister, she was born into a spiritual transition. She never got the chance to feel what it felt like to be not spiritual. I've been helping her breathe. So to understand that power of cosmic understanding, that's not being a witch. But to ask in that manner, that was rude. So you saying you humble and you nice, that wasn't nice. Like, if I also, me being nice is like, I'm gonna listen to you talk about something you understand. So, so excuse me, sir, but like, what do you study religiously exactly, so I could understand more? So you a witch? So you a warlock? Like, I was a bit offended, but I'll dial back. No magic is stronger than Jesus' love. Do I have to break down what Jesus is to y'all too? Do y'all understand that this right here is comedics? Nothing stronger than comedics. Nothing stronger than understanding that a woman and a man coming together, as long as they're vibrating sexually together and they're sharing and exchanging energy, they create life. Jesus died on a cross. A cross takes out the woman's womb from the whole entire perspective of religion. A man dying, hanging, white flesh hanging on a cross. Every Sunday we go to church to eat his flesh and his blood. That sounds sacrificial and very sadistic and more like a witch than anything that I'm talking about. But Jesus Christ, the crystal, your pineal gland, you get to after going up the 33 columns of your spine. He was crucified at 33. It's a whole entire, you're supposed to read the Bible, but understand or overstand what's being said in the Bible. So I get what you're getting at. But God is all of our consciousnesses coming together and acknowledging that each other, we all exist. There were people who were crucified on the X's too. Yes, I do remember they did say that in the Bible. Jesus was only a prophet, much like myself. Jesus was a person who came with a spiritual gift, a healer, like myself. I give up myself. People try to kill me. They like, how the fuck this girl ain't dead yet? We done tried to do death magic on her, heart attack spells. We got men doing spells on her right now. Everybody, we got the whole Illuminati trying to get this girl down. Why won't she die? Why has it been 5 years and we still can't get her to just die? Matter of fact, it's been 10 years, but she's been knowing about us doing this to her for the last 3 years. Why has it not scared her so much that she's had a heart attack? Because fear is not, it's only two vibrations, love and fear. I could either be afraid of you and be like, oh my God, y'all gonna make it, y'all gonna kill me. Oh my God, the whole world is after me. I got anxiety. I need to, yeah, just send me to the crazy house. I don't know what else to do. I can't take this no more. Or be like, I know what's up. I get it. My brother, who I had in a dream last night, he had to go to the crazy house. My sister, she had to go to the crazy house. Me, they was trying to send me to the crazy house when I had my spiritual awakening. I looked at them and was like, you're not sending me there. What do you mean? What do you mean you sending me to the psych ward? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Who are you sending to the psych ward? No one is worthy of heaven without the prophet's sacrifice. Baby, I already went to heaven. Heaven is your mind, first of all. But I already went to heaven in my dreams. And let me tell you something about heaven. So heaven, right, in my dream was always above the mall, right? It was always a mall down below, right? And then heaven was always above it in the dreams. You want to know why? Because there's a message in that, since I'm a prophet. And I'll tell you what a prophet can tell you. Heaven was above the mall. Move the M. Heaven was above them all. Okay? So when you want to talk to me about prophets, I have a lot of messages to give you. I've seen things that you couldn't even imagine seeing. Have you seen a clear gelatinous thing in front of you talking to you as you just had a whole entire I had a head force trauma concussion and I'm on the floor shaking and I'm speaking to this thing in a whole different language. It sounds like the language that they spoke in ancient Egypt. Like I'm speaking some whole other language. I'm about to cross over into the actual afterlife. And he said, you can either stay or you could go. What you want to do? I said, I'll stay for my son for right now. I'll go later. That same thing was on top of my son at one point in time. I've seen things that you couldn't even imagine. I've been seeing spirits my whole life. But I also talk to the dead in my dreams on a consistent basis. I talk to my grandmas like, I talk to dead people all the time. I had a woman, her mother passed away. Her mother told me, give my daughter a hug and a kiss and let her know that I love her and I'm with my son.
I told the girl that she didn't believe me at first, but she's like, I don't hug people, I don't touch people, I don't believe you. But then when I told her, she felt the spirit and she gave me a hug, and she like, so you can't tell me about heaven and all of that when you don't know what I've experienced. Again, it's crazy that people keep coming over here and trying to tell me about my experience and how connected I am to Christ. I was raised as a whole entire Catholic. Oh, thank you, Fashion Nova. But you can't. Yahweh is what you sound like when you take. Because when you take your last breath, you're going to say that name. That's where that came from. Breath is the savior. That's why I did breath work. That's why in the dream, the main thing was I had to breathe for people who had already crossed over but were too afraid to finally let go. I'm carrying people on my back who are afraid to let go. I can give you knowledge that you don't even understand because I have wisdom. Yes, I might only be 31 years old, but I've experienced a lot in my time and my day. So for y'all to come this way and keep throwing like, you're not a prophet. Yeah, this a Muslim. It's like, child, I didn't study all y'all's books and I didn't even have to open the book. It came to me. When you have a certain level of knowledge, it just downloads into your brain. It just downloads directly. We don't even look. Some of you don't even have to teach the kids. When you become spiritually enlightened, when you birth the child and you're spiritually enlightened, the kid is already programmed with all the knowledge you have. So my baby father, he'd already went through a spiritual enlightenment journey. He was shot, right? I'm gonna go ahead and report you. Yeah, report you. And harassment. Okay. All right, I'm gonna report you. And I'm gonna go ahead and remove these comments. Okay. So a lot of you guys don't even realize, like, oh my God, my brother just hopped up in here. Sorry guys. He's always coming through trying to do too much. I'm holding on or helping spirits get through this journey of enlightenment so they could understand all the things they need to know before you cross over. Okay? So a lot of you guys are sitting here claiming that you're more enlightened than one person than the other because you read a book. But when you have the book knowledge come to you and download into your spirit without you even opening the book, that's when you really understand how consciously aware you are. Because again, religion is this small, spirituality is this big, but then consciousness is this big. So if you're stuck in this little bubble, like there's a swirl going on right now. If you can't break through the swirl and get to the bigger swirl, and then break through that swirl and get to the bigger swirl, and you don't even understand what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the swirl, the consciousness, energy, the flow of everything, because you haven't gotten to that level of consciousness. We're in the ocean right now. We're in the ocean of knowledge. And if you don't know how to truly break through and get to where you need to get through and get to the people that you need to get to help them save their lives or whatever, you can't tell me what I don't know. I too have that knowledge. We're all a collective spiritual being forever existing and ever changing. Yes. But it's like, don't come to my platform and tell me about Christ is the only way out, because it's not. I mean, yeah, getting into your pineal gland is the only way out. Because in my dream, when I went to heaven, I saw the Ethiopians, because we all know Ethiopians are the originators of Christianity, right? I go and I see them and they're like, what you doing here? I said, he told me to come up here. I look down in the clouds. I see the dogs. They're like digging. The first dog doesn't want to dig as much as the other young dogs, but they're digging and digging and digging. And finally the waterfall flows. And I'm like, oh, shoot. Okay, cool. So then I go inside the house and my phone fell down. Sorry, y'all. I'm not playing. Sorry, y'all, my phone fell. So I go into this house in heaven because everything is like clear and white and pink at this time. If you've seen this version of consciousness, then you understand what I'm talking about, where everything is pink, clear, and white. And then there's different levels to, because there's space, but then there's the other levels of consciousness beyond space that are like white in different colors, which are different chakras. So I'm up there and I'm at the door and I go in and there's a big pile of dog shit. And I could have just been like, I ain't do this shit. I ain't cleaning this up. What the hell? Yeah, complaining in heavens and God's kingdom, complaining about the upkeep in God's kingdom. How dare me go to God's kingdom and start to complain? But no, you know what I did? I went in there and I cleaned the dog shit up. Sorry, my brother is trying to like get on my head. I go in there and I clean the dog shit up. I'm in there. And you know what happened after I cleaned the dog shit up? I got a crystal. And you know what happened with that crystal? That crystal was purple. That was the pineal gland. And they said once you have cleaned off this crystal, just like once you decalcify your pineal gland, you get to go into any one of these realms for all of eternity. You choose which door you want to go into. And I couldn't choose at that point in time, so I woke up. That's why every time I go to sleep, I have a dream of which house I live in. Because I had a dream last night where the last dude I talked to, him and my brother were trying to figure out what house they wanted to send me to. They sent me back to my mom and my grandma's house. The amethyst crystal, exactly. So it's like, people, you use crystals, you a witch. You talk to trees, you a witch. Trees got knowledge just like us. They got rings. They had to stand tall through the test of time and grow and go taller and wider and deeper all at the same time. So not only do you have to get wider spiritually and build your diamond out wide, but you also got to go deep and go down. A lot of us, we only be building the top of our body. We be forgetting about our legs. Like, where's your legs at? Did you forget about your legs? When you look down, do you see your feet spiritually? Oh shit, my womb is being consumed. I need to look for my feet before I get sucked into the darkness. Like, so we do have a crystal in our brain that picks up frequencies like a radio. Do you know one skull made of crystal couldn't even hold data to store every video and conversation ever had on Earth? Yeah, hello, hi, how are you? Hi, nice to meet you. It's me. Happy to meet you. My birthday is 11/22, master manifesting numbers. My life path number is 1. By human design, which is a design of your body and who you are in this world, a master generator. These are not things that I made up. These are things you can go study yourself. Nice to meet you. I've pretty much dreamt every single thing. I know I dream about what goes on in celebrities' houses. I dream about what happens in the impoverished lands. I dream about stuff that happened in India. I can see people in China. I can see them with my third eye. But when I see them, they're blue and purple. That's why my sister wanted to take my blue and purple keys in my dream last night. She wants to see what I see. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm one of those skulls. I know who I am. Okay, look who just came out. Chakras, okay. I went to heaven. Heaven was above the mall. I'm like, why do I keep looking at the mall down there? And why am I up here in heaven? And why every time the money would fall out of my pockets and I would try to run back and go get it. And it's like, you can't bring that shit to heaven. You got to release everything financial in order to get there. You can't be rich and think you about to get to heaven because you're going to be too worried about earthly things. So the last time I let the money drop, the girl, she started flexing my money. I was like, fuck. I went back and got it. God was like, see, you're not ready yet. But every time I looked down, heaven was above the mall. And I'm like, why is it the mall? And then I was at the mall during a full moon. And I was like, heaven was above the mall. And I said it so fast, like, heaven was above. Heaven was above. I moved to M. Heaven was above them all. You have to get above all them people who are serious. They sitting here, I got money, I got hoes, I got drugs, I got yos, I got head up, from my head down to my toes. They just so lost in the sauce. You have to get above them all. Okay? Ice King just came out. Surprise. People really be thinking like life is so one-dimensional. Like, have you even looked behind you? That's when I gotta like, hold on. Oh, shucks. I can watch my own back. It's certain energy types where your energy based on who you are, your backside is your weakness because you only focus forward because your energy is so big. It's so many different body forms and body builds and like etheric structures of people. Like the tree's aura is not the same aura as the grass. It's not the same aura as the bush. But they all are green things that need the sun to eat in order to live, and they all feed off of water and they have roots. So until you understand that, and then also understand you got chakras, but then everybody forgets about this chakra here, the other chakra there, and the other chakra there, or the fact that the planets exist in your body, like your Mercury. Oh, look, all the red robins. Hi, all the cardinals are finally coming out. They're like, we missed you. You coming over? Yeah, I'll come over. But don't study too much. The infinite boredom will kick in. We're here to keep each other from being lonely. I don't study anything. I keep telling. Again, my skull just downloads information by itself. I don't study a thing. I've not opened a book. I didn't open books to know what I know. I have not opened. Look, I'm so spiritual. I got red cardinals coming up to my car like, hey, did you forget about me, baby? This is guy I always think about when I see a red cardinal. Look at how close this cardinal is to my car. Look. As soon as I showed y'all, it flew away because it wasn't for y'all to see. He's like, come home. I'm waiting. Come home. Ignorance isn't bliss, baby. Clearly not. If I know so much things that you said that I'm studying. I know so much you think that I'm studying, but I don't study a damn thing. I just make the connections. And all my connections seem true. For instance, let me let you into my world right quick, because you in my world right now. Let me let you in. This is my brother's face right here. So I'm half my brother, because when he passed away, his spirit had to jump in my body. But he's still alive. He's still here. But I'm holding space for him, right? Yeah, you said don't study so much. Your words exactly were, the infinite boredom will kick in. I don't study. But now you're saying ignorance is bliss. But obviously you think I know something because you think I'm studying. And this is the thing. I like being alone. Because I have it in a song, because I make music. I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. I get angry, but I'm not mad. I forget. I said I get upset, but I'm not sad. See, it's like the wrong words are being used. I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. I'm alone by choice. I can be around lots of people. I can choose to be in rooms where people, oh my God, Euphoria, you're here. Your energy is just, we just love it when you come around. Oh my God. And it's like, y'all just using access to my root chakra. Like, let me hop up out of this swirl right quick. Let me go ahead and big step up over this little, this little box y'all trying to lock me in again. Get out of this one too. I'm talking about formerly I like being alone. I have a whole entire 12-year-old son, so I could never be alone. I mean lonely. Like he's only, Mom, what are you doing? Mom, like I got a mother who relies on me for life. I got a brother that relies on me for life. I go to sleep, they there. There's no such thing as lonely. When you get to this level of consciousness, you realize every single individual that you call on, their spirit can hear you. There's never a point of being alone. You are never alone. I'm alone because I like to be without other people directly siphoning off my energy in my face, acting fake as shit when I know that they only around me for my energy. But I know I'm never alone. I can feel the presence of energies on my back. I can feel the heat on my back from this person. I just spoke about them. I just felt their energy come into the room. You're never alone. When you understand past this level, you understand the people who you cannot see. As soon as you speak, you talking shit about somebody. Oh, that girl, her hair sings, she can hear you. Oh, her weed fucked up. I could never do that. Cardi B got. They can hear you. Their spirits are. You're literally like, when you finally understand cosmic understanding, you'll understand that every single person, you're on stage, and every single person that you speak about is looking at you from the crowd the moment you speak on their name, and they can hear everything you're saying about them. Everything. There's no secrets. But you only can understand that when you get to that level. It'll make you shut the fuck up and stop talking about people. It'll make you stop being so inconsiderate of other people's belief systems and other people's lives, because you'll realize, like, I'm trying to talk down on everyone because I'm a Jesus follower. It's like, baby, everybody down here is God. If you love me, like you love God. Or if you love God, then you gonna love on me, because I'm God too. You God too. We all pieces of the same modicum that is God, because God is consciousness, and God, that's why God is omnipresent. We learned that. God is omnipresent. So God is always around us at all times, and we're always around each other humans in nature. There's no such thing as being alone or lonely. That's the breakdown. But I appreciate your wisdom and what you wanted to add to the collective. It's just like when you step into the room, you got to know what you're saying. Because it's like, oh, I'm just following Jesus. We all are essentially following Jesus. We following God. We following Allah. We following Buddha. We following spirituality, because we're all here, like you said, to keep each other company. Because at the end of the day, this is the whole point of life, to share knowledge and wisdom. And if you had this much wisdom and you're not sharing it on your platform, look, I'm stepping into my power. And you gonna get on, look, you got this much wisdom about stuff, you might as well share it. Divine feminines. Jesus don't judge. His true followers don't make people feel bad if they don't agree. I'm not judging you. I'm helping educate you. I'm just letting you know that if you're saying, I follow Jesus, as if everyone else doesn't also have an understanding of the concept of Jesus and follows that, you, in fact, are the one that was judging. It was never me that judged you. It's just me educating you on the fact that to say that is to try to, oh, well, I'm feeling disempowered, so I got to let you know that I follow Jesus. So I want to let you know that fact about me. And it's like, we all are. We all here. We all are spinning out of control. I watch my favorites unfold. I know I got to. Okay, that's Lava. That's Lava. If y'all don't know about Lava, she's a wonderful artist. All capital letters doesn't stop Jesus from existing and sacrificing himself for us, Jay. Let go of the ego. If Jesus is really here, then where's Jesus's DNA? Who are Jesus's descendants? Where's Mary's other cousins? Where's Joseph's other children? Where are those descendants at? Who are those humans? Because in the Bible, they're depicted as white people, but where they were from, they could only be brown toned. So where are those people at that are his actual descendants since he really existed? Just to break down a concept for you. Because it wasn't about Jesus. It's about the storyline of understanding what Jesus Christ means. Oh, I was raised as a Catholic, so I could imagine that. But Jesus was pictured as a white man with blonde hair or brown hair. So where are those descendants when in the Bible he would have to have been brown skinned with nappy hair like sheep's wool, which means it looked like my hair. Where is Jesus's cousins, relatives, Mary's mother, Jesus's grandmother? Where's his grandmother, Mary's mom? Because Mary had a family. Mary was a regular human. Where's Mary's mother, her other children? There was a family that existed for Mary before Jesus. There was a family that existed for Joseph before Jesus, and Joseph wasn't even Jesus' real father. But he had a family too, and he had relatives. So where are they all at? Where's their DNA? Were they white? Were they of the other, of Nazareth? Did they have hair like wool? Were they brown skin? Where are those people at? I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, because the religion is definitely something that gives you structure and gives you a safe space. But they always say, if you're scared, go to church. Because it's like, where are those people at? Y'all got to remember, we came here as slaves and we were given Christianity. Our ancestors were practicing something long before Christianity. Christianity is only 2,000 years old. People have been alive for billions and eons of years. If Christianity has only been alive for 2,000 years, that can't be the only way out of here, because people were dying before 2,000 years ago. Honestly, don't care. There aren't male characters. I equally don't care who Hitler's mom is. Hitler was said to kill all the Jews, and guess what? All the Jews is running the whole entire government right now and keeping us enslaved in this damn stupid ass concept. So shit, Hitler might have been onto something, actually. When you start to look at life, it's like, hold on. He did say kill all the Jews, and Jewish people are the ones who run all the businesses. Soon as what's his name? Soon as Nick Cannon spoke against the Jewish people, they tried to blackball him and take his channel away and silence him. Well, that's an interesting concept. Hitler had a dream, just like Martin Luther King had a dream, to kill all the Jewish people. And now the Jewish people running the world and got us enslaved over here, stuck in their concepts of how they want to live life, while we get disempowered every day and they sit around with their third eye beaming the fuck out of our foreheads. But the only way we get to have access to our third eye is if we let one of them plug us in the anus and join one of their secret societies. I actually want to know who Hitler's family was, and how he got his spiritual gifts, and how he got the vision that we should have probably exterminated a mass group of some people, because it might not have been all Jewish people, because not all Jewish people are bad. I love Jewish people. But he had a concept in his mind that something was going to happen where these people were going to take control of the whole entire world and damage the souls of multiple groups of people. Because you got to remember, they stepped into power, and then also Chinese people were put in concentration camps too. Black people were enslaved, and Christianity is only 2,000 years old. So before Christianity, we were doing something. Hinduism is the oldest religion. Hindu is the oldest, and Buddhism, because people were practicing Shakti Shiva, comedics. This is what the Egyptians were doing. The womb and the phallus come together to make life. This is a woman's womb and a man's penis coming together to make life, to make children. What's up, Tatiana? What's up, PVC? I'm a PCV TV. Kanye spoke against the Jews, and every time he's doing a photo shoot, they like pose like Elvis Presley. He said, "What's this Elvis Presley pose? Fuck this shit." And then somebody spiritually attacked him and hit him in the gut, and they all start laughing at him. The hieroglyphics that they have in the temple said so, and also the temples that they're hiding from us in America, because there's pyramids all over America, but they don't want us to know that either. There's pyramids in the Grand Canyon. That's why, but they won't let us go in them. There's pyramids in Atlanta. There's pyramids in Alabama. There's pyramids all over the US of A that look exactly like the pyramids that are in Mexico right now. But they want Mexicans to stay on their side of the border. But Pangea, when it did what it didn't break up Mexico from us. So God, or the planet that we live on, didn't want Mexicans to not be in America. We didn't want Mexicans in America. See, I'm sinking down too low. I'm starting to hear my voice sound like digital bots now. Joy, Lord to Christ. Joy, Lord Christ. I'm getting too down low. Before religion was a word, all living and breathing beings called upon Yahweh's name before even knowing how to talk. So you just proved everything that I said, because before I even knew how to breathe or talk or do anything, the first thing I was saying was the lady, because I was seeing spirits in my grandmother's house. So naturally, I was gifted to be spiritual, and Jesus didn't have to teach me how to say, there's a lady that's walking next to me in this bedroom, is making me feel unsafe, and I'm scared as hell of her spirit. Jesus didn't teach me that. No, it's the father, the mother, and the son, because the father and the mother have to do this in order for there to be a son. That was the concept that they also took from us. Because again, Christianity rode the backs of comedics and all the things that came before it. So it's the father, the mother, because in Egyptian, when you see the woman's holding the man like this, she's putting her hand on his shoulder right here and in front of his heart, because they're shoulder to shoulder, standing side by side. And then the son is above them, because when you understand, I don't know if you have a child, Yeah, let me tell you about the Holy Spirit. I'll get to that part. But if you have a child or a son, especially, because as above, so below, pyramids, right? The sun goes at the top because the sun would shine in and refract off the clear crystal quartz and shine into the whole entire spectrum and give everything life. And then the moon at the bottom is the woman. That's why as above, the top of your body goes like this, masculine energy at the top, and then so below, the womb is like this with the moon at the bottom. As above, so below. Your body's a whole pyramid. Holy Spirit. So what you think the Holy Spirit is? What you think the Holy Spirit is? Because last time I checked, the women, we have holes that allow spirits to come through them from other dimensions. We birth human beings. What are you talking about? How are you a woman and you don't even know how much power you have? What are you saying? What are you saying right now? Your womb is the hole that allows spirits to come from other dimensions and come through. You can ask a child at the age of 5, why did you come here? You say, I chose you to be my mom because I saw that the man was beating on you. People do this on TikTok all the time. They don't even tell their children nothing about their life. They say, I'm going to try this TikTok trend. Baby, what happened? Oh, I chose you to be my mom because I saw that you were lonely and you needed a friend and you needed someone to come protect you. That's why children really run the spirit realm. That part of us is beyond our brain and body. No love. Children are spirits that choose their parents. It's because you've been so disconnected from your cosmic understanding that you don't even understand what children actually can do. Children protect you. I don't know if you are a mother or not, but your children protect you more than God. Your children are the closest thing to God because they came from God and were a gift to you to protect you, to teach you a lesson about cosmic understanding so that you can get out of these small paradigms of spirituality. That's why when you have children, you will realize how much it is an important thing to protect the mind of a child, because the imagination of a child is where you live at, because you die to give birth to a child. You give your life to a child. That's why when a tree branch grows to a certain level, the branch branches off. It stops growing and the child begins to grow. You no longer grow. You no longer look for more in life. You allow all that energy to go to that child, that offspring. So it's the father, the mother, and a child, because there's a womb, the hole that allows spirits to come through it, because every child has a spirit. I didn't say every child has a soul. Every child has a spirit. It has to come through the whole of spirits. That's why Christianity, which is only 2,000 years old, took Comedics, which has been around since AD 200 BC, all that, been here before Christ. All right, because even Christianity recognizes BC, before Christ. This was before Christ. They were telling you about the father, the mother, and then when the father and mother are shoulder to shoulder, they keep the son up. Because let me teach you something about this real quick. Let me learn your lesson real quick. Do you know how your body's connected to space? Let you align yourself with the cosmic understanding of the world before you try to forget. I need to reawaken your mind. So your feet, right? Because you have a foot chakra. There's chakras in your feet, energy points in your feet. I can't find any information on Jewish bloodline. So you have chakras on your feet. Pluto. Then you have your ankles, Neptune. Then you have your knees, Saturn. Then you have Uranus, which is your root chakra, right below your that root chakra right there. When you learn about Uranus, you're gonna want to protect your Uranus as much as possible. You're gonna stick a line through it. So it'll help you close up your vessel so that you're not just being used by any entity, because every single entity ain't of God. Some entities actually study how to manipulate other people into doing things like sacrificing a body for the sake of all other human beings. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Anyway, then you have Jupiter, which is the most magnetic planet of them all. Whoa, hold on. So your sacral chakra, the most magnetic thing, the thing that helps you create and attract things to you, that sexual energy, Jupiter, the most magnetic planet of them all, the biggest one, of course, as well. I'm Sagittarian. My planet is Jupiter. My mother's a Sagittarius, my brother's a Sagittarius, and my sister, she's Scorpio. But we all November babies and December babies. But, I know, anyway. So then the solar plexus right here, your confidence, that yellow that you need to, channel sometimes when somebody got you fucked up, like, what? That's Mars. My brother's an Aries, that's ran by Mars. Then you got the heart, which is Earth. Mother Nature. We all live here. Compassion, sharing. Then you have the throat chakra, your Venus, which is connected to the sun and the moon. My moon connection is a little off right now because my uterus, I actually had to get my fallopian tube removed. So ever since that happened, I got a little spiritually weak. But your moon, right? Okay. And not to mention, my son's father's a Cancer, so the Cancer's ran by moon, and he's in prison right now. So there's a little bit of work to do over there in the moon area. Whew. Just felt that pressure go off my shoulder after I just put a circle around my moon because I'm cosmic and I understand that. Then you have Mercury, also the Merkaba, right? Mercury, which is the planet of communication, which is my son's a Gemini. Mercury, the head of the body, communication. Then you have the stars and the ethers above that. So let me tell you how that was your whole body, right? But if you break that down, because you are a solar system that your parents created with their private parts to create you. So let's get back to the Ankh. Let me give you the bigger Ankh so you can see, because I carry these around with me everywhere. But let me give you the bigger Ankh so you can understand what that means when I say that you are a cosmic planet or you're a galaxy that your parents created. So your father, this will be his penis, right? So this is two testicles, his two balls, and this is his penis. This would be his what? Pluto, Neptune, Uranus. Okay, are you understanding what's in Jupiter, Mars, Earth, Venus, Mercury, then his sun and his moon, right? And he takes that and he inserts it into the woman's, because in the back of your womb, in the back of your vagina, in the back of your actual womb, the whole thing, you have the same thing. The opening is Pluto, then you have Neptune, Saturn, Uranus, Jupiter, Mars, Earth, Venus, Mercury. Then you have the sun and the moon. You put those two galaxies together. You put those two universes together, right? And then those two things come together and create a whole nother universe for you guys to live in. Because when you guys give up your universes and y'all synchronize y'all's universes, y'all create a whole nother universe. And that's the power of being cosmically aware of what a child is and what you are, right? So then you get to live in the mind of your son. So until your children let you go, you don't start dying. You don't die until your children start to forget about you and start to want to cut you off from their body and they want to go do their own thing. That's when parents start to die, when their children start to forget about them. Because they're leaving, the world that you gave your life up to create is now forgetting you. That's when your adult parents start to die. That's when grandparents die. That's why in my family, my great grandparents are still alive to this day. They're 93 and still married. And I actually got to meet my great grandfather's grandmother. So I got to meet my great great grandma, right? Because we don't forget about each other in my family. No bird left behind in this motherfucker, right? So we got 5 generations, 6 generations alive at the same time. That's unusual. That's unheard of because people like to cut motherfuckers off to get to the bag in other families. So when you want to break down how religion is the only way, but before religion was always cosmic understanding, these are things that's been going on long before the cross of Christ and everything else. And I'm not disrespecting nobody's religious denomination, but it's like you got to understand a certain thing that's way bigger than just what you understand. Because how were people back in the day able to predict the distance from Earth to the sun with no spaceship? And it's still accurate to this day when we have real spaceships that have actually measured it. How would they know what time of day it was and were able to create a thing? What is it called? The thing with the in the shadow shows and it shows the time of day. How are they able to even navigate time and give us 24 hours a day to live? How are they able to know? Because the sun came up and it went down and they started to notice the patterns, how it was the same exact amount of time, because it gave us a construct of understanding when we paid attention to what was going on around us. But again, as above, when the sun is up, so below. The man's mind. That's why sons are allowed to do whatever the fuck they want to do for the most part in life. But daughters are supposed to stay underneath their family until they're married off. That's why they're the moon. As above, so below. So, I mean, I get Jesus Christ, the cross, 33 columns up the spine, and you get your pineal gland. But it's like, you got to also understand there was something that happened before that concept that took that concept that I just explained to you and dumbed it down so that you wouldn't understand, oh, wait, so I just got to align my body with the planets. And now, okay, so the whole planet system. All right, so if I don't want somebody in my planetary system, I could just simply take that phallus out of take that chakra system and take that galaxy out of my body. And now I'm not literally spiritually having sex with that man And now his energy, whatever he's aligned with, is no longer in my conscious fortitude. So every single man's consciousness that I don't want to allow me, but this is the thing. See, this is what happens when one parent dies before the other. That's when the mother's like, fuck that nigga, fuck that, I don't want to deal with him. And people just start forgetting about that person. But you fuck up your children when you don't continue to have a relationship with the person. Even if the person's bad for you, you got to have an understanding for what the balance of those two energies, yin and yang, do for the child's mind. Because if I start to only give the child my energy and I cut off his father, he loses all his masculine energy and he becomes completely feminine. If I only let his father be in his face, then now he's becoming super masculine, super brute. And even in the chakra system, as above, where's the chakra? Let me go ahead. As above, so below. Even in the chakra system, that's just the pyramid, but the same thing. So I gave my sister in my dream the blue and purple keys. These are feminine energies up here, because feminine and women are what? More connected to the ethers, because we have the ability to connect to the ethers, right? When a man blows our mind open, we can get connected to the ethers. But the man's principle is the 3D world. He protects us. He's masculine. He's manly. He steers the ship. He puts his phallus inside of a woman to keep her up. So again, let's look at it again. Let's get the piece of, okay? So say this is a woman, right? And this her cosmic alignment. He puts his cosmic alignment up in her to keep her up. So that keeps her from getting probed by any energy, right? However safe he can keep his anus is a whole nother thing. She can protect him. Okay? Does that make sense? So the phallus goes up. So as above, so below. The heart is the neutral space. As the woman has the power over the higher consciousness, the man has the power over the lower. But the woman actually helps protect the lower, and the man protects the higher for the woman. Does that make sense? Because it's a transfer of energy. He lifts it up and protects her head space, but she lifts up and then protects his lower space so that he's not getting anally penetrated by whoever. That's why you need to know who you're dealing with, whoever's plugged into you, so that you can protect them, so that y'all are actually protecting each other. Sis, when you talk, you don't allow yourself to listen. I've been listening the whole entire time. You keep saying Google your family. We're not talking about your family right now. This is not a selfish thing about your family right now. This is a lesson for everybody. If anybody wants to listen to you and Google your family, they will. We're listening to you. You're not adding anything to this conversation. You're saying nothing about chakras or alignment. So we hear you, but everybody was trying to learn something about cosmic wisdom. No disrespect to you and your family bloodline, but like, when you get your YouTube channel, you can talk about your family bloodline, or you could say, hey, I would like to talk to you, pull me to the side, message me on here. Hey, I'd like to do a live with you where we could talk about bloodlines and how all of us have powerful bloodlines and we can collab. So if you want to raise your hand and then say, hey, let's connect, or raise your hand and we could set up a date to talk together, cool. But it's like, just, hey, my family, me. It's like, hey, everybody's trying to learn something right quick. That's why everybody's here. So that's what I'm saying. Like, anybody who's down there like Jesus the only way, Allah's the only way, they all pointing in the same direction, divinity, which is knowing that just like I can't stand my brother, right? His energy's here. Like, I got these bags, so I know I'm carrying him on my back. I'm carrying his soul until I finally just be like, and I'm carrying my mother's over here. I just saw it in my dream last night. My sister, she carrying everybody. But that's what family is about. You can ask for a break, like, hey, y'all, it's getting too heavy, y'all. I need a little break. Whew, thank you guys. But then that's when other things get the chance to come and get up in your chakras. So when you understand what it is to be a divine feminine, to attain a level of flow through consciousness, eat healthy, remove toxicity in your body, eat electric foods, lymphatic drainage, and reflexology is a must. Also use foot pads to remove toxicity. I have not used the foot pads yet. That's the only thing I have not done. But I don't eat meat. I only eat fruit and protein bars every day. I mean, I ate some Doritos yesterday, though. I have occasional moments where I still eat like things, right? But I do believe in lymphatic drainage for sure. That's why I promote my products, guys. The cure to herpes. I've been herpes positive since I was 17 years old. I created a golden elimination parasite detox. You take 2 to 4 capsules a day, and those herbs will keep the herpes away. Wormwood, yellow dock, yarrow root. What else we got in here? Hold on. Read everything all verbatim. Blessed thistle for inflammation. Burdock root cleanses the blood. Cascara sagrada is a natural laxative to cleanse out the second brain, or the gut, rather. Hyssop is the holy healing herb, noted in the Bible plenty of times for holy healing. Nettle heals cuts and wounds. Hibiscus is to balance the hormones. It's what you drink. Sorrel, right? And then prickly ash bark as an antiseptic, wormwood to cleanse the lymphatic system, yarrow root specifically geared to eliminate the hemoth worm, which is responsible for the herpes virus, and then yellow dock, also geared towards cleansing the lymphatic system. Yeah, like and subscribe, you guys. Good night to you. We're just waking up in the US of A over in Maryland. Where you tapping in from? Let us know. But I'll Google your family when I get off of here. I'll Google your family. Let me see who you are. For I'm gonna just Google it. Oh, my other phone's dead right now. I'm gonna just screenshot it and just do it. All right. But yeah, I don't eat meat. I haven't ate meat for over 2 years. I've astrally projected plenty of times into space. I have people blocking me from doing it now because they're scared that my spirit's gonna get stuck out there and never come back home to my body. So they block me and lock me in the house every night. I don't sell the pills on Amazon. I sell them on my website, listed down in the description down below. But I do sell my book on Amazon. And the book gives you the cure to herpes spiritually. It says how to heal yourself from herpes, a guide to spiritual and mental renewal. So if you want to get herpes out of your body, it's really just a spiritual mental thing. And the herbs help cleanse out the blood, because you do need to clean out the blood, because a lot of times you have mucus and stuff from like meat and like pus and stuff, and you know, just having to get that stuff out of your blood is the first part. And then after cleansing the blood, you got to clean out the lymphatic system, which also is holding on to toxins from that, which is why I used to do it every morning. I don't know why I stopped, but like pulling my hair back, y'all, this is a lot of hair. Y'all see y'all see I finally retouched my roots, right? I finally did it. Y'all been looking at like 2 inches of black hair, and y'all see the hair already growing back. I just did this like a few weeks ago. The black hair already coming back in. And that's why I left it black for so long, because it grow back so fast. But what I used to do every rising, right here, right over top of those, that is so many chakra points on your eyebrows alone. I've wanted to use botana oil, but I think we got fake ones all over the place. Okay. I just want y'all to try this right quick, just over the eyebrows real quick. Just start doing this with your knuckles and see how much relief you get. I'm doing this and I'm feeling my crown chakra go do 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 do, like oh man. Okay, let me see who's in my forehead today. Oh, somebody third eye, I see it. That's new. That's a star. I've never seen that one before. Somebody new's in the building. Interesting. I just cleaned off my windshield, don't mind me. But anywho, so just that right there, right? That one. But you know what the best ones are? When you come from here to here. Down the jaw. Yeah. So do this one 10 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? And you're going to see my brother and my mother's energy come out of my face. They're going to come out in a little bit. But okay, that one, right? So then after that, you go underneath the eyeballs. You go 1, and then you circle it right here, right in that little divot right there. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh God, 9. Oh my God, hold on. 9. I have to turn that one. Oh God. 10. I feel that shit come on my jaw. Woo! Okay. Then you're gonna come across the pads like right here. 1, 2. Actually, come down the nose first. 1, 2, 3, 4, and come all the way down to right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, God, 9, 10. Yeah, because you're letting go of energies that are connected to you. You're wearing so many people's faces right now. You don't even know how many people are in your body right now. This is you taking their energy and getting it out of your lymphatic system and getting them out of your face. The energetic connections that they have, these are energy points. The lymphatic system is all electricity. You're getting their electricity out of your body right now. Especially right, oh my God, this one right here. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, especially for empath. 8, 9, and 10. Oh my God. Do this to your nose. Go up the nose one more time. 1, 2. Ooh, this one right here is strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh! 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I felt this electricity snap and it went all the way to the back of my shoulder. Like I've been feeling this heaviness on my shoulders for like the past 2 weeks. Did y'all hear all those cracks? I just released so much energy that was built up in my body that's not even mine. Now see how my face is getting, it's snapping back, right? You be carrying other people's energy and you won't even know it until you know it. All right, so next one. 1, ooh, this one makes my lip feel like it's electrocuting. So 1, woo! Shit, that shit just was a bzzz. Right in the bottom of my lip. Hold on. That shit. 1, ooh, 2, ooh, 3, oh my God. 4, oh my God, I can feel it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my God. God damn. Now that one right there was a mess. Okay, so now we're gonna go 1, 2, right underneath the ears. 3, 4. Ooh, right there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now after you've done all of that, one more to the top of the forehead, and then we're gonna go to the neck. 1, and it's the whole forehead down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do the hairline too. 1, ooh, 2, 3, get the hairline good. 4, with the tip of your knuckle. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And bring that last one all the way down to right underneath the ear. And push that back behind the ear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. And then take your hands and cup and go down the sides of your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and modify it to for you 7. If you might want to like push backwards, 8, 9, 10. Oh, oh! Y'all heard all that? Seeing is believing. Y'all see my face? My brother energy's still in here. He's plugged into my sacral chakra, unfortunately. He's trying to loop into that motherfucker and not come out. I don't know why. He's turning into my baby, bro. I'm starting to like wish he would just come out. Oh my God, avocados and tomatoes are the bomb. I was eating that all summer this past summer. Y'all heard the cracks? It was really gross. But yeah, just knowing how to massage other energies out will just really help. Understanding goes a long way, but don't let nobody take advantage of you. Like, carry your family, yes, but like, child, I can't carry all of y'all all the time. But, ugh, I need a break. Have it on a bagel. I need to go. You know what I'm gonna start doing? Using my food stamps to get stuff in the grocery store that I miss instead of eating fruit every day. I miss avocados and tomatoes on bread, but I ain't got no toaster. I'm in a car. Whoo, child. Are you really asking that dumbass question? Black people love dope because it makes all the pain go away. It makes you feel so orgasmic that you open yourself up to all the pleasures of the world. But not only black people love dope, white people got love for dope. That's why they always in a damn rehab center. We do drugs way less than them, so don't bring that to my black people. Death Valley. Get your ass out of here. Report your comment. Promotes hate speech. Report. Okay. Out of here. And you're now never coming on me here again. You're on timeout. Protecting y'all's minds, because it's a space where you can actually have peace and manifest peace. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. You see how we got all that negative energy out of our bodies and then it just tried to jump back in us? That's proof that everything is energy. But people don't want to believe it for some odd reason. My gosh. I'll be back in a few, beautiful. Have a great day, folks. Oh, you good. You good. I'm about to just clean everything out. Y'all good. What's up? What's up, man? Top of the sun to you. But yeah, when I finally started to realize that the darkness that I feared was literally everybody that I loved because they weren't ready to let go. It made life a lot more digestible. Ooh. But also made me like more able to withstand the pressures of all of this. Cause like this shit is like trying to hold me down, but it's like how the darkness gonna hold me down? How the darkness gonna hold me down? You can't come over here trying to hold me down. All right, let's get out of here because I don't want nothing to do with your energy. Bye. Bye. As soon as you get out here, it's like somebody come try to get up in your bubble. No, baby, I'm not saving y'all. Y'all need to save yourselves. Figure it out. Learn the cosmic wisdom and use it for good, not evil. I never was supposed to be a part of the Illuminati, to be honest. I'm not muted. I just disconnected from y'all. Y'all really don't believe in energy. Hold on, let me open it back up. I'm not muted. I just energetically disconnected from y'all. That's all that was. I didn't mute anything. I just literally pulled my energy back and was like, I'm not connected to this. I literally just started wrapping the darkness around itself in a spool and started pulling myself back up out of it. The pain that I'm feeling in my ear, all of that stuff that I was feeling in my nervous system, I'm just pulling it out. And it's not allowing y'all to connect to me on an energetic, spiritual level. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, but yeah, it did. What you think that's funny? It did. That how dumb could y'all be that y'all really don't believe that everything is spiritual and electric? Like it even is in the song. It's electric. Boom, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, boom. It's electric. Electricity. Can y'all read lips? What happened was I'm not on your consciousness level. So when the person who was keeping us connected left, I dropped up out of the consciousness level. I just disconnected. Ooh, see y'all, y'all got shit all in y'all throat chakra and stuff, binding y'all. Damn, y'all still don't get it. Y'all really don't believe how. Anyway, yes, the energetic connection was lost because I was connected to one person and he's not here no more. He left the room. So he was helping us all stay connected. So he left and he shook all y'all energy off of him. So now I'm shaking y'all energy off and the connection is being lost. That's literally like, if a plug is not plugged into the wall, is the appliance going to get the energy? No. It's simple. What is my favorite song? I don't have a favorite song. All my songs are my favorite songs. If you want to hear my favorite songs, y'all can go listen to my music down below. In the description, click down below. Listen to my music. Those are my favorite songs. Oh, my friend just punched y'all in the stomach. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. See, what happened was I went deaf actually for those moments. That was Bluetooth wasn't on. He went deaf. All right, that's what you want to call it. I do this every morning, so I know what it was. But whenever I start to pull back and I'm not having one of my chakras open to all y'all to be inside of, whether it be my sacral, my solar plexus, or my throat chakra, or my third eye, if those portals aren't open for y'all to connect, then y'all can't hear me because we're not connected. This phone is a portal for y'all to access me. It's literally powered by clear quartz, just like clocks have been since the beginning of time. But a lot of y'all won't understand that concept either. It's like, oh my God, what are you talking about? I don't get it. But yet, every time you disconnect, I can't hear you. I drive with my kneecap. I'm fine. I do this on a regular. I care about everybody, but it's just like a cell that's adapting. If the cell's adapting and a white blood cell is trying to help cure the whole entire body from cancer, but the cancer wants to keep on growing and be tumorous, what do you do next? You just be the only white blood cell around all the cancerous tumors and just let them just corrupt your body and just have access to you and feed off your good white blood cellness? Or do you say, you know what? I'm about to go ahead and be lonely because I don't got time for this bullshit. Y'all go ahead and die in chaos. I'm about to go ahead and know what I know about cosmic wisdom that happened long before any religion existed. And I'm going to go practice that with people who actually care about their spiritual boundaries. Who say, you know what? Nope. Nope. This don't even make sense. What you talking about don't even make sense. And I'm not even going to feel bad about it. I'm just not going to say nothing. Because pyramids that still are here to this day were here long before our ancestors started to practice Christianity. Islam was around for a long time too, but Hindu is the longest. In Hindu, all their sculptures actually honor sex, but Christianity forbade you from sex. But sex is needed to reproduce and keep the life or the organism going. Just some interesting. It's just I have nothing wrong with Christianity. It's just like, but I know I studied the etymology of it. I studied it, and it's like it goes against the natural way of life to be a Christian. It goes against nature. If a girl starts having her period at 12, that means that's when she's ready to reproduce. When your dog starts having a period, you don't tell the dog, "We're Christians in this house, Madam Frou Frou. You can't have sex until you're 25 years old." The dog gonna be dead. Dogs don't even usually live to be 16, but maybe 16, 14, 10 at the most. Like the shit that we be making up for human race don't make sense. Like, oh, I'm gonna make up that women need to have jobs, so men are the leaders. But I go into every single place that I worked at, or like I'm door dashing. Every place I go to, it's mostly women working. Huh? But y'all want to be leaders, so where are y'all husbands at? They working too. So who actually leading? So who is keeping all the energy safe so that when y'all come home, y'all can recharge? Oh, that's why they overcharging for everything, because they want everybody spiritually and emotionally drained. They don't want you to know how powerful you are so that you can actually take back the land that you live on. They want to keep raising the prices and tell you money is the only thing that's important. But money isn't even that old. Money isn't even 2,000 years old, if I'm not mistaken. If Christianity is only 2,000 years old, then money got to be younger than that, because when they first started practicing Christianity, there was no tithes and there was no money. So it's like all the stuff that we sit here and give us stability and sanity is like bullshit and fake and ain't even been alive longer than 2,000 years. Like, what the fuck? We honoring shit that ain't more than 2,000 years old. Like, but we got cultures that have. We humans only exist because our ancestors made it here to this point of evolution. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there was a Homo Neanderthal, there was a Homo erectus, then there was a Homo sapien. There are people right now being born without wisdom teeth, which means there's another race of humanity that exists that is not a Homo sapien, because all of these different races of human were judged based on the size of their mandible and how many teeth they had and their eyebrow bone leverage. So that's basically the world telling us that there are things that are being born on Earth right now that are not Homo sapien. But people are trying to look at people like me like, you're crazy. You're. I'm following y'all's rules and y'all studies and y'all science. That's what it say.
I'm opening up y'all's books. That's what it say. You talking about one skull that got all the knowledge of the world. Shit, my brain, I opened it up, I pretty much knew everything. I ain't had to, nobody told me nothing. I'm looking at life and I'm reading the book of life. I don't have to read anyone's perception of life. I can read my own self. I can look at life and read it. I could look directly at it and read it and get in every. I looked at all the religions and I looked at life and it's like they all saying the same thing. Everybody's saying the same thing. I just want to be happy. I just want to be at peace.